welcome to the special simulcast of the Neil Haley Show and celebrity interviews live from the Grotto without Greg Hanna. And I'm with today Chris Rose. I loved you in the best damn sports show, period. Sports commentator and Steel. And he's a former professional wrestler. So he's, again, from American Gladiators. Guys, thanks for stopping by. Let's go right to this, Chris. When you heard about this opportunity, American Gladiators, I know you remember those days. I remember those days in American Gladiators. Said, I can take these guys.
No, that's not what I said. What I said is I would love to be the commentator. There's no way I ever thought once, watching it starting in 1989 through 95, or when it came back in 2000, not one time did I ever say, I can take down these guys. Because if you think I'm just average or even below average at being a commentator, you should see me try and be an athlete. It is not a pretty sight. I waddle. I've got a dad bod. I'm not super strong. I'm definitely not quick. So you add it all up, Chris Rose is fine in his little perch commentating this version of American Gladiators, which I love doing, and I love announcing the name like Steel.
Yeah.
He even won some events, prevented the competitors from doing their thing. He gave us the eye. He gave us the flex. You got a flex for me there, big boy? Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's just unreal.
So, Steele, when you saw this opportunity, especially to be one of the American Gladiators, you remember growing up watching the American Gladiators, right?
Absolutely. Like, they're real life superheroes in the flesh, mountains of men, like the biggest, larger than life personalities, people that you can look up to and aspire to be. And that's exactly what impacted me. And obviously what we're trying to do with future generations with American Gladiators right now. And I couldn't be more honored. Those guys walked so we could run. And Chris, maybe some of us could say even fly. I don't know, but maybe fly.
Well, you are the man of steel. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Cinderella will wear it to the ball.
I don't want to put out spoilers for maybe episode 6, 7, 8, but maybe.
Watch the highlights. It's in the highlights.
Maybe.
So you consider yourself a superhero now to get this opportunity, part of this, and see these athletes that try to compete against you, which they won't be able to, right? Most of the time, we always see the gladiator win.
Yes, absolutely. Like we want job security, but with a jawline like this, pecs like this, obviously, there's a lot of job security built in. But these contestants, their stories are so heartfelt. Like there's people that are on a weight loss journey. There's people that are fighting for their kids. It's $100,000. Granted, when you're going against Steel, you're like, ugh, they're already defeated, but it's $100,000. It's life-changing money that you could actually make. It could take a couple of years for people to kind of make that. So these people are going for broke, but so are the gladiators. The physicality in this, is just unmatched. I mean, there's lights, there's pyro. It's the 26th version of American Gladiators. Everybody's talking about it. We're like number 4 right now on Prime Video. You got to see it if you haven't. And then just put it on repeat.
Yeah, that's it. That's Prime Video, at least always new stuff comes out. Some of the others just continue to show the same thing over and over again. That's what I love about Prime Video. You can find anything you want there. Now, Chris, what were you impressed by? The competitors. Let's not talk about the gladiators now. Let's talk about the competitors, because that's who we're going to root for, right? We could, like me, who said in the 80s, I could take them. But that was probably because I was a professional wrestler, training to be a pro wrestler and saying, hey, I'm 6'10", 310 pounds. I could take these gladiators. But, what do you see in these people? You got to be impressed that they're going to try to take them on.
Absolutely. Well, that's the number one difference between the OG version of this show and what's happening in 2026. Like the gladiators, awesome. But back in the day, we loved the way that they looked. We loved the way they competed. People like Steel, they upped the game a little bit, but there is a huge disparity between the contenders from yesteryear and what we've got today, right? Like you looked at some of the people in 1991, with all due respect, it looked like they just pulled them out of the audience at times. I was like, come on, no way. There's no way you're going to have a chance against a gladiator. But now people would step in against Steel, or step in against Crush, or step in against the Bull, or Fang, or Striker, or whomever it was, all those great gladiators out there. And you were like, that person's chiseled. Like, they've got a chance. And one of the things I did was spend a lot of time with the Contenders to kind of find out their why. What is the reason that they're chasing this? The $100,000, there's no question. In some cases, that can be life-changing money for people, but that's not what this was about. It was the conclusion of a journey for them. And in some cases, we had one guy, Stephon Jones, who was 300 pounds as a 14-year-old kid. He was massively obese. A doctor sat him down and said, "You are not going to make it if you don't change your lifestyle." And he did. Now he's a personal trainer. He is having an impact on other people's lives, but you could see this was the culmination of his personal journey. And so who doesn't love stories like that where we can attach and, they're pulling at heartstrings, these Contenders.
And you guys don't want to lose, do you, Steele? No way.
No. Great stories, but when you're on the other side of Steel, I'm sorry, or if you're on the other side of Blaze, Supernova, Striker, Crush, any competitor, a contestant is number one villain as far as we're concerned. And they've said some choice words. This isn't all just love stories here. These guys are very, very confident when they come in here, and you got to get through us first before you get to the Eliminator, bucko. All right? You got to get through Steel. All roads to the Eliminator and the Travelator, they come through Steel.
All right. They come through Steel. I love it. And Chris, why should we watch? Especially you were commentating this whole thing. What is the biggest reason why we should watch?
Several. Number one, I do love watching great athletes do their thing. I don't care what competition. So the great athletes are the American Gladiators themselves. So being able to deny somebody their dream can be just as enticing as seeing somebody achieve it. And I think when you've got that, and there is respect, but these gladiators do not like losing. They were pissed off. They're hard to talk to after certain events where they don't prevent the Contenders from crossing the finish line. And then the Contenders, their journeys are incredible. And we can see a lot of ourselves in them, and we can dream. I know you said at the beginning of this, didn't you want to do it? I'm one of the few people that didn't, but I know there's plenty of viewers who do. And so you can see yourself as either a contender or maybe dream big and be a gladiator.
All right, so you can catch up on Amazon Prime, and the latest episodes will be dropping very soon. Appreciate it, Chris. Thanks again, Steele, and I appreciate you guys coming on.
Neil, thanks very much. Next 3 episodes drop this Friday on Amazon Prime.
All right, take care. That was the special simulcast, Neil Haley Show, and celebrity interviews live from the Grotto with Greg Canada. Guys, take care.